FRP Mocoat partnered with Bird Construction on a B7000S deep bury holding tank for a large commercial installation outside of Saskatoon in the late summer of 2025. The septic holding tank included a 30-inch diameter manway with a hinged and lockable lid, multiple flange ports for required connections, and anchoring including concrete deadmen. The tank was offloaded by securing a sling to the tank's lift lugs. A crew member provided guidance with the factory-installed guide cable on the dome end. The excavation for the tank was oversized to accommodate site-specific safety requirements in conjunction with the deeper-than-normal burial of the tank. There were mild groundwater table considerations, which were addressed with specific processes during installation. These included the use of a dewatering pump during installation and the placement of a geotech cloth below the tank to prevent fine particles from migrating up into the required backfill. A 12-inch thick bed of half-inch pea gravel was placed, compacted, and leveled to place the tank on. Concrete anchor blocks, or deadmen, were placed on the bedding material outside of the shadow of the tank. The tank was then placed carefully in the center of the bedding material between the deadmen. Fiberglass straps and galvanized cable were used to secure the tank to the deadmen. Initial tightening of the turnbuckles and clips was done by hand, and then tightened mechanically. Backfill material was placed by hand below the shadow of the tank and compacted to prevent any voids in the backfill material. Due to the sheer size of the excavation, perimeter material had to be placed and compacted in lifts around the wider perimeter of the tank. As the material around the perimeter was built up, approved material was placed and compacted directly around the body of the tank prior to continuing installation. Pea gravel was also placed beneath the delivery line from the facility into the tank to ensure a solid foundation for the piping. During the installation, compaction was tested with a nuclear density gauge to ensure soil stability within the backfilled area. Once backfilled to the top of the tank, flange covers were removed and flanges were cleaned prior to the installation of external connections. Each flange was wiped clean to ensure a good seal. Flat-faced rubber gaskets were installed to the flange surfaces, and stainless steel hardware was used to secure the standpipes to the tank. Using the installation kit provided by FRP Mocoat, two types of gasket material were installed on the manway collar, both inside the bolt circle. A neoprene foam gasket with adhesive on one side was used to ensure a suitable compression ratio for the gasket. A butyl rubber or tar gasket was used inside of that to fully seal the joint. The manway extension was then carefully placed using the factory-installed timing mark to align the bolt holes on both parts. Once placed, stainless steel hardware was used to secure the manway extension in place. Once all standpipes and the manway extension were in place, heat trace was added as a safety mechanism to prevent freezing of lines. Once the heat trace was in place, insulation and cladding were installed around the PVC standpipes. Backfilling was completed back to grade, and concrete blocks were placed around the perimeter to prevent vehicle traffic over the tank. Lastly, per CSA B66 requirements, a secondary safety device was installed in the manway within arm's reach for service access, and then the tank was closed up. A safe and successful installation.